It's feeling cold. Oh, Diamond, can you keep her warm, please? She's feeling cold.
Do you know how many?
Why are you looking at this one? No, this one. Why are you looking at this man?
I'm actually searching for a man. If he can hear you saying that, you're gonna get a beating.
Ooh.
You don't know she's there with a man? Don't come here with your Brenda tendon.
Don't come here with your Boko Haram tendencies. Don't come here with your Boko Haram tendencies. Don't tell me that come here with your Brenda tendency. Who the hell are you?
That's Brenda related to Changani style
I'm
tendency.
sure we'll kill you.
There are a lot of Changanis here. They decide to
Diamond.
tell me I'm in trouble. Yeah?
You're alive. You're alive.
You're being filmed. Don't you see that green button?
Right. Why are you spying on us? I was just kidding. Man. So you push me to say all those things?
No, I didn't push you. I even forgot.
You spoke your heart. Now everyone knows. The entire internet knows.
Madam, are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Just checking.
It's okay.
We have planned for everything here, so no matter what the situation will be, so we're already planning for that.
So it's the projector that is the documentation, basically.
May I request another song?
Hmm?
May I request another song?
Another one. No more rings. Which one?
Maybe King.
No, which one? Just say the name. Lengiwe. How do you spell Lengiwe? Hey, man, what's going on? Look at this. Look. Look. I say FE.
Repentance.
No, but look at this. I say HLP.
Yeah.
Do you think she's the most?
Yeah.
Why are you putting on headphones? I want to hear a lot. Don't put on headphones. Put the headphones. I want to hear. Take off the headphones. Hey.
I would say that I'm not gonna force you
It's
to.
like you're very late to the party.
Okay.
Someone showed us this video.
Here it is,
Like
and I
this thing,
didn't
but I
hear
was
it.
never interested.
I'm not sure is there anything.
I think the important thing here is this one.
You don't come here just because you're interested in the boat as well. Refuse to be interested.
I'm not interested in you.
Try this
You're
one.
talking about it. I'm refusing. You're refusing.
I'm not interested.
As a community of developers,
Understand?
you're refusing.
Yeah. But how is it that I didn't need it for the other one? I hate code. This is why I can never be a developer. What do you like on Juma to add stuff?
What's your name? Account?
Mapasaka Jack.
Not this?
Not double M, this one.
Wow.
Diamond, do you know Zeno?
Do I know?
Zeno.
What's that?
You don't know Zeno? Zeno professor.
Zeno. From what?
From what's the company? He's based here.
Yeah.
Zeno. What does it do?
Their business is photography, video, all that media stuff. Multimedia.
Fashion.
Yeah, just try this one. Maybe if you do this.
I don't know all it does.
You do this on a local host?
Yeah.
I don't think it will work on a local host.
But then that's the thing, the other one did.
It did?
Yeah. That's the thing, and I didn't need that code. Because then if you look, even if you go to W3 schools, right?
Mhm.
And then you say, there you go. And this actually works. You see, they don't even have headers.
Yeah. But it's working with this one.
And it works.
Yeah, this one is online. They have a email servers, online email servers.
Okay, wait. Where's the other one?
You have to put your code on a remote server.
No, but then it did work. That's what I'm saying. Like, it did work before. So I don't get why it's not working this time. Because even with this one, there are two ways of doing it. Just need to figure out where the heck did I put it in this. On this side, basically, it's the same code. The code that I use for this code platform is the code that I use for the other side.
So you just in 2 minutes, can you just do that whole 3 minutes thing?
No.
What 3 minutes thing?
That two comments.
He wants us to reach
The progress.
all the developers.
No.
Why are you pushing it on me?
I want you fish for everything.
Everyone's a
Alright, how far are you on that I'm going to change.
Okay.
I just want to see how far you are.
We have to present most of the business analysts.
There is a page in the screen that shows that has a whole lot of dots.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to make those ones a bit smaller, like there's
It's
an
not
amount
like the other game
many
in
of
the
those.
leg.
Yeah.
In case I don't know.
I'm taking care of that. You can see that the size here is not
gentlemen.
the same as what you have here. All right. Yes. Okay. So this is the standard size for next year. All right. Yeah. So don't worry. Just reduce the size. I think it should come to half. All right. Design. All right. Just don't worry about the height.
Yes.
Worry so much about the space in between, and then how much of this text field you can put in the screen. So yeah, then
So I just
And it should
yeah, just progress with that. So we apply some other stuff.
all right.
Why is the camera still on?
Yeah?
Why is the camera still on?
Why is the camera still
What
on?
is that? I don't trust that green button. Huh? That green button over there.
Google Hangout. Oh, Google Wi-Fi.
Okay.
You see, I knew it.
I'm
I
on
knew
Google.
it. I knew
Google
it.
dating.
It's been YouTube.
I'm on Google dating.
It's been YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
My God, what the heck is wrong with you? Look, seriously, we gotta confront. I wanna sue somebody. I did law. I did a little bit of law.
You failed the pass. So
No?
I think innovation of my get for your Boko Haram comment.
Bring back the girls.
It's too
Lemon, bring back the girls.
It's so big, and you're still talking about Boko Haram.
And you.
No, I'm
and it's Boko Pashangan.
yeah.
Misho.
We need that evidence, that material.
I know you will come in. I never spoke about the school.
Let's see what happens.
I want that thing. Can you give me that thing? That thing, what is that thing? I don't know. How can I do?
Oh, what is it this side?
Yeah. Raya.
Not Brian. Brian, I did not show you this thing.
Praya Calarasa. Bo Praya Calarasa. Pachama makanal ba yeti kamo so kamela rethulen ka first. Kim sutu. Hey.
So yeah, guys, okay.
Oh, so I can you shoot down or get a
So what happens is we're not gonna take long. It's just gonna be 2, 3, 5 minutes. Someone in the team explains a brief of what you guys started with, where you're currently standing right now, and then what still needs to be done, and some of the challenges that you've encountered. So that if some of those challenges, someone can actually help you in here, then we can quickly sort it out, because we don't want you guys spending the next 5 hours still brainstorming an idea. And you know, let's just see some sort of progress. So yeah, the teams can just randomly say, okay, we here, this is the status, this is what's happening right now, this is the progress, this is where we're struggling. If the struggle is technology-wise, then give a shout, someone might help you. If it's business-wise, business thinking, whatever it is, just also give a shout and someone can assist. Randomly, anyone can start.
I think let's start with us. I think we're pretty pleased with what has happened thus far. Actually the process started pretty much as we try to explain what the product is all about, what it functions, it encompasses, and we got to an understanding of that. And at the moment, we actually realized that the application we're working on is actually an enterprise application. In other words, the scale is big, but there are what did you call it, front-end portions, which could pretty much be developed through an app. So we actually decided to focus on that particular aspect as the deliverable for us at this point in time. We pretty much will know when we'll need help more than what we have at the moment, perhaps the next day or so. That's where we are.
Okay, I think I'll take what we had initially was an idea for a car radio rewinding system. So you would have the radio playing, but you miss a portion, so you want to go back and rewind. Now that's the idea we started with. Where we started was a car mod radio, what you have for the USB cable or the USB sticks, and transfer that data into frequencies to be used by your radio instrument. Now that idea went on and on, but then we realized that we're moving into an age where all that hardware thing, all those hardware aren't going to be relevant in the future. So we looked at it in a software aspect. Now software-wise, it was we looked at an idea where you get to have an application. You have the radio stations listed that are available in your range, frequency-wise. And when you click on the station, it shows you the list of programs. That one went on to the point where you could pre-download or schedule download. Now, that one also got to a point where we realized there's a similar application online, so we abandoned it. Now, the point that we are at right now is we have the same applications. We still ditched the hardware modulator gadget. We have an application where it sort of has a record of all the stations and all the programs that play in a particular day on a time frame. So with that, you can get to dial down, up and down the radio stations frequencies, and you pick which channel you want to tune into. When you pick into it, you have sort of a dialer at the bottom where you scroll to the required schedule time that your program was playing on. Say there was a news report at 7 o'clock in the morning and you missed it because you were rushing to school. If, of course, it's not the following day, it's still in the same 24-hour range or whatever range you can set, you can dial back to that certain time and it'll stream to your phone and get to catch up on what you missed on. Now, we talked about revenue, we talked about the logo, the name, all that's been covered, and we're hoping with time we can actually improve on what we have. The interface has just been designed graphically. We're working on the code and the prototype at the moment. A challenge I do have is connecting my IDE to the network. I need some packages I need to download, some images for virtual devices, and I'm having a problem right now with that.
So if anyone wants to jump in and says, once you move from here at school, we can just check them out. The next group.
Okay. I'll speak or ask him. And okay, I think we basically started off as everyone started by brainstorming our idea and just giving a feel to everyone of what we want to do. Currently, we managed to get the first part running, which is actually getting a graphic display of the content. And now what we are doing right now is actually trying to get it to move, changing the various parameters which we want it to move when they're changed. And we are busy working with the front end, with the design to the front end of the application, where let's say it's busy with, and then once that is done, then we're just going to put everything together and have a prototype with it.
Next team.
Okay, so next. Right, so from our side, we started with just a presentation of what has already been done, and the objective was to improve on the presentation, the look and feel on the presentation of the application itself, as well as the main points. So there hasn't been any improvement or any progress in that area since we only require graphic design skills. And talking to Peter and Josie, quite busy assisting the guys that are actually starting from scratch. So we already made progress.
One of the things that they will touch on quite a lot, the questions that they ask is things like the business model, the target audience, and whatnot. So maybe while you wait for that, you could probably refine it. If there is an insight, because that's one of the things they like checking. So while you wait for the design side of things, maybe you can refine it a bit. If it's not well refined, if it's not clear.
Yeah, because
Sure. Okay, so when we started, what we had was just the idea, which was the game that was supposed to be educational, like sort of teach people about the different diseases that exist.
Yeah.
The most common diseases and stuff. So the problem we had is that we had to start from the conceptual, from the whole concept of trying to teach, to know exactly what we want to teach and the type of message we want to bring out of this app. So the problem with the development was that we have to develop in such a way that it's, as much as it's a game, it can still be educational. So one of the challenges we had with that is that we don't have any graphic designers within the group. So what we started with was more of the concept of it and the target that we want to set it to, or the business model, as we say, like who we're trying to target the game to. So right now, the kind of people we need would be graphic designers or someone who has like any skills in graphic design.
So why are you guys waiting for graphic designers? What other things are you polishing?
Yeah, so what we've worked on right now is the model, like the business model and the flow of the game. So the story that the game would have to do and the type of rewards we want to give and how we add this to the game.
I don't know, so can I ask a question based on your idea? Like, do you have like an environment based on this game? Like, what is your feel towards that? What is your environment? I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, what's the world of this person or characters that you have? Because you have characters already. I can hear that you have characters already, but you have a sort of world for them. You know, have you thought about that? I mean, the style and where are you going? 3D, 2D, simple line stories, or more? I'll just say. I'll say maybe like, have you played what's that, judo, something like that?
You know, the
jump,
kind of,
judo jump?
No, I haven't. Do you know how Sims works? So
Sims,
the kind
yes,
of, yes. So the kind of idea we have is along those lines, where someone, because we want to give the user a feel of having control of the disease. So as if they're living through that disease and through the different actions or the things that they do, they get rewards from that and how they can better.
When you talk about things, you're already saying that you're looking at a game that's based on a 3D world.
Yeah.
It seems itself as a 3D game.
Yes. So,
yeah.
I mean, that obviously also depends on the type of people who will be developing within that group. So it'll depend on the skills that the people have. But yeah.
Okay.
Because as much as we wanted to be very basic, we wanted to match up to the current games right now, which are basically mostly 3D and
3D.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually match up to the 3D games using actually 2D game, just maybe vamp the graphics on it so that you can actually have a 2D game look like a 3D game just by rendering 2D things look 3D. Yeah, that's another way, which means that you have a low poly game and you have a low poly game with high graphics, and
you see, you're the guy we should be talking to.
And you have more speed rather than having a 3D game, which you're going to need like huge machines for that, when you can just go for a 2D game, which
that
you can actually
have the same feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would also work.
Just adding up.
Can I add something?
Yeah, you can.
Sure. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
During this process, one of the things that came up was that we specifically speaking about multiple chronic diseases, but the game itself is targeting cancer as a starting point, which means as part of our development, we have to be very specific, into what type of cancer that we're approaching in our game. So we chose breast cancer, which is the most common form of cancer. It's very prevalent in South Africa and elsewhere. So from there, we developed a storyline, that is able in many ways to hook up the user and engage the user emotionally via various storytelling methods. For instance, myself, I come in the film script writing background, so I used all those skills that I have in terms of like putting up a story that's so emotionally compelling. For instance, our story deals with a young couple, right? It deals with a young couple that's in love, and then one partner, the male partner discovers that the lady has breast cancer, and then now from there, the challenges that they go through, it's that how they deal with that as a couple, and we see that as part of what will make the story in the game itself so selling to the market. So it adds also into the world of the narrative.
Yeah,
because you have the emotional roller coaster and the triangle whereby there's a doctor, there's the patient, as well as the patient's lover, as well as the family. So you have that type of setting, within multiple locations. Not so many locations, but it's multiple locations that are taking place in South Africa. Then thereby giving you a setting which is something that we haven't seen.
Relatable as well.
Yes, we haven't seen that in video games. Actually, I haven't seen it myself. Like a game set up in a real South African world. Yeah,
definitely true.
I don't know if you still want to take that comment.
Okay, because the guy is saying that developing an app, right? So to have the prototype wouldn't be a wide frame in the advanced sheet to actually have something to show. To tailor a wide frame for the screenshot. So that's just slide through. No functionality, but just the screen moving from one screen to another.
So they have actually acknowledged that they might not be able to, in this given time period, come out with a game of that nature.
Yeah.
However, they'll come up with a way of actually showcasing the flow, or making the idea much more clearer to when they present it. So that part they touched on.
Yeah.
Do you have another team that's outstanding?
Yeah, we have the last team. So I think we've started, mostly had progress on the design side.
Yeah.
And now we're starting on the coding side as well. Not much to tell.
But it's doing something.
No, it's moving. So at this point, I don't think, because we're just starting with the coding side. We can't say this are our challenges as of yet. So I think we'll know as the day progresses. Yeah.
Anyone else wants to add something?
Sure. I spoke to Kate so that we've got to get so I said help sending something like for this case so again. So I just send it to Kate and get something going.
Yeah, so it was just keeping track of what you guys are doing, because what I've seen is that most time when people come for this kind of hackathons, you find that they spend 4 hours or so doing a brainstorming and nothing really happens. So it's just basic progress. We might do 1 and 4 or another 1 and 6. So it's just nice thing that no one is sleeping. So that's great. But other than that, yeah, you guys can just go continue your stuff.
All right, I think I'll be glad to thank you. Give them some help.
I'll give you the middle finger and it will be everywhere.
Who? Me? How? How am I going to be
Just
everywhere?
send the video.
How am I going to be everywhere? Because I'm not in here. Okay?
Mr. Video cover.
Uh-oh.
Can I see your videos?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so So as time goes,
Are you good?
showing us how the teaching goes. Normally it's 5 minutes.
What's with these videos?
Huh?
It's called boredom.
Well, at least I'm behind the wall, so I can always.
Another boredom session.
Now I'm looking for my mug. I'm looking for my mug.
Chief, your eyes are green. What's wrong?
My eyes not too much
Green.
That glasses of Google.
Hi, Damon. How are you?
Some point in my
So, how do you run HTML example?
HTML. Do you have to put it on docs?
I want to run
Let them help you. It's an HTML.
Then I had to write some terminal commands and some commands on a Mac to set security on example and to set Java
His idea is to use this time that you do something. So that when next week
Please take it away.
you only have to
Okay.
I'm not sure. I just read something.
Hi everyone, my name is Rudolph and I'm right in front of this camera.
Here's a bit of my prototype. Here's my thinking. Here's my business concept. Here's my business.
What? Is it an mLab?
This period is actually
Where
to
you
just cut down on.
No, it's just
So that's why I said for presentation.
Guys, I am watching you right now. And then I will tell myself saying, guys.
Now that you mentioned that,
I'm looking at you. What? Looking at yourself like a crazy person.
What are you looking at me?
My thinking is really
What are you doing? Let's just look at it.
I'm sitting on that ball. Can this thing just stand?
Now there's my voice. And then this is your reaction. You know when you reacted and wondered what's going on?
I'm pretty sure.
So this thing is visiting videos and loading us on. Let me just.
Yeah, I feel like this is not my place.
Like this game punch.
Yeah, I feel
Watch
like
yourself on YouTube.
I feel like this is not my place.
What is on your place?
Intervening between. What are you doing? Why are you stopping me?
I'm stalking him.
Isn't that the spy tapes?
Rules.
This is our first one.
So maybe for PMA, it sounds like this would be much bigger.
Hello. Hello.
Whereas the other team is so I think in him that No,
I want to work for the National Development Plan. I don't want to be seen talking about
Hello,
hello.
hello.
I don't like running.
I'm watching it, Dad.
You're on YouTube.
The world we live in today.
No.
Honey, say hello.
Well, hello, how you doing? My name is Rose of Friday. And
Sound like you're on radio, like you're radio. Okay, let's do a radio sting. Hello, Mr. DJ.
what up? How you doing right there?
People, you need sleep.
Thanks, how are you?
You need sleep. Go to bed. I think
Can I just scream that I'm on radio?
Sure. You speaking to DJ Rudolph right here. What's your name?
My name is mLab.
Say hello.
Hello.
How are
and
you?
go watch yourself on YouTube when you're done.
Yes.
Say hi to your mom and your dad. Tell them you love them. You're gonna give them a hug. Well, you're spoiling the whole thing.
We can't have violent people on YouTube.
Honestly.
I don't know what I'm
It might not. It's not a process capital. It all depends on what she's with.
What I told you.
And when I say this, you might have this big idea, but what is that main thing that you guys think?
Oh no. I didn't say he should look.
So
He decided to be a developer and not let go of the thing himself. So yes.
This is not the way
Okay, guys,
I'm
going to
I'm
sleep.
working on that thing.
It's too long. Okay.
You need to say goodbye to us proper to the camera. You can't just take away the camera like that. You need to say goodbye.
Yeah, you guys are rich. Max. Cameras.
Max.
Okay, I'm back. What is it?
I wanted to say goodbye to everybody
Oh.
on behalf of. Okay, you're disturbing my moment here. So this is my papa moment. Okay, what else I'm gonna say first?
That you want him to go home and you are to spread out that he's just bullying you around. Okay.
Oh, yes. Apparently you're a bully and you need to go home.
Hey,
but
what's going on between
I
you
give
and...
up. I'm trying to do an interview.
Oh, sorry. Okay, talk to me.
No. What? No, leave me alone.
Chief, are you winning?
Yeah.
What are you using? Back there.
I'm trying to help this lady. We are truly late.
You see, here it is. Look. What? For some reason, my page keeps down. You see, look. If you do this. Update. You see, send an email. Reply to server. Send the email.
So what do you want?
Application script for
Wait.
No, it doesn't know.
Here it is. You see? Send email. There's a comment. And then you say
all that I have to do is to
mail
save that as PSD, like not convert them to
to,
and
then you say, why does it say
so,
location?
like not to convert, like when I'm done on the job, just keep it as PSD. And then
What is location that, it takes you back. The minute you say submit, it takes you back. This is how I did it today. So how come it doesn't work
it converts them
there?
textbooks.
Okay, let me just put it somewhere else where I can see.
That's what you used for that thing. No, it was a bit different. It was different. There was a thing called that was a bit different in the sense of expression. Was it expression? Expression, right?
PHP.submit. This page should not directly be submitted. This is what it says to you. If you have to directly, right? And then the site name. It has email.
So that I do not have to use this.
But I remember doing it.
Oh, this one is working.
Yeah, this one is working. And look at it.
That Rolani is imposing on us that we reuse something that we do not want. And
I can give you a new one. I can give you a new one.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You are contributing negatively to the environment.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Mrs.
Can
Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Oh, can I just give you a short lesson, eh?
You?
Okay. I feel like you don't want. I feel like you don't want.
Validate.
Okay. I will skip this lesson. Thank you. No. It's fine. I get the point. I get the point fully.
I feel like she's gonna say this is not it's not a biodegradable
It's
component.
injected
Are you going
email, ecobat email value like.
And I wanted you to
Hi, Joss. How are you?
I'm fine.
How's the hackathon now? What's your feeling about the hackathon?
It's going on well.
Are they helping?
They got the idea and they're running with it. Like it's
I like that.
yeah. And
So you see the benefit of not giving up now.
yes, I do. It
So-
was gonna be waste. Actually, I can see life there for
How's it, guys?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Are you okay? So need Red Bull?
Yeah, with the Red Bull, it's wine. But until then, it's just caffeine, Java.
I'll call Red Bull now. Don't worry.
Get Red Bull. Who's your APIs?
Based on this information, which is like these are the key drivers in the market. So this. So say if the very same game it works on both gadgets, right? Provided that they are Android enabled, will it still be possible to make the presentation? Because I'm looking at it from
Yeah, like
an economic model.
the presentation is Friday for Wednesday. Just that one for Friday. The one in the latest of this. So the one that we're doing now, like going in the morning, it's not a problem. We just want to see how far you're
opening here, you didn't have any games.
Actually, so I just wanted to come and ask for 20 minutes, because I'm almost done with it, because I was actually but I'm not completely done, but I just want to have that already done, so I can come here, do something, then go back to it again.
Sure.
Just 20 minutes.
Fresh. Thanks.
Sure.
Gives you the illusion of downloading.
And what I'm also looking at from economic model perspective is the voucher system. Say for instance, you get to a certain level in the game, and then you're taking whether it's a digital voucher or a code. It says, okay, if you go to
you want to make a slide show that
you change your product placement
and build anticipation.
And
And letting all you guys play all the first. And then I'm still excited.
Some assistance if this one suffers from breast cancer itself. Any organization that's we're trying to explore that area as well in terms of product placement.
see the images she's making and trying to make them sort of function. Yeah.
Oh, is that like the prototype?
The prototype. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, this is a problem. Yeah, they're making a prototype and having a couple of problems.
I need to stop this.